Well, hey there, everybody. How's it going? Appreciate you being here today. Oh man, I'll tell you, I've been up so much all night. I didn't get any sleep, so hence the bags under my eyes worse than normal. Appreciate all you being here. I know we got people coming in from Piper Academy. Welcome. Appreciate all of you kind of coming in. We'll give a shout out to the chat in a minute. And don't worry, Joe is coming. He was literally here, and then all of a sudden, computer issues. Like I said, I say it every time when Joe heads off early from here to go to his live stream, that man, he puts up with so much to come in here and do this live stream with me, having to reset his computer all the time. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, so he's in the process of rebooting his computer. So he'll be here in a minute, but I wanted to talk a couple of things. And like I said, give a quick shout out to the chat before we kind of kick off here. But first, you know what, a sip of coffee. So there we go. If Joe was here, he'd have his cup, but you know, me. All right. So to start with, right there, that QR code right there, if you're watching on a laptop, desktop, a TV, I've got a lot of people that actually watch on the TV, which is crazy. But anyway, that if you scan that QR code, it's going to take you over to my coin tree. A lot of people like on X and stuff use Linktree, think Cointree, but think Linktree, but built by Naomi Brockwell with privacy in mind, and to give those those of us who are like the evangelists for the crypto space the ability to go ahead and wait. I think I just heard Joe coming back in there. There he is. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Going on, guys.
No, man, it's okay. I'm literally telling everybody about this QR code above our heads here and Cointree real quick, and then we're gonna go shout out the chat. I haven't even gotten there yet. But anyway, so again, think Linktree, but for the crypto evangelists here. And if you scan that QR code, it'll take you right over to mine. And again, it allows, if you want to do a crypto donation, this place makes it super easy. And you can leave me a message in the process of doing that. But more importantly to me, it gives you access to all of my official whatevers, such as my website. You can see the swag, go right to the store. My newsletter, that's really important. I've been trying to ramp that up a little bit. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, there's a link in the description, or you can scan that QR code, head over here, and then go do that. My Twitter, YouTube, Odyssey, should be following me on Odyssey, and so on and so forth. So again, not necessarily a shill for that, but for those who are not familiar with Cointree, if you're a crypto influencer, maybe you want to go give it a look. Again, it can't go wrong being built by Naomi Brockwell. All right, let's go take a look, because I see a lot of people jumping on in here. And oh my goodness, yes, Piper Academy has arrived. The alumni have arrived. All right, let's go give a quick shout out. I just opened up that chat so everybody can see it. Mike Volmer, first in the chat as always. Thank you, Mike, for all of your support. BC saying he's still working, but going to be lurking more than normal today. Tractor life, I love it. Always appreciate BC being here and putting in his input. Good morning. Have a great day, says Lad. Appreciate you being here, Lad. Steve Hickey is in the house. Appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, David Brumbelow. Yes, I'm here but lurking. Hey, I appreciate the lurkers. You can listen and you know, get some good information here. Sometimes, you know, it's good to be watching what's going on, especially when Joe's in the charts. But you know, we try to keep it where you can just listen. So appreciate all of that. Did I just see Jesse? There he is. Uncle Jesse in the house. If you're a channel member, Uncle Jesse emojis in the chat. And if you're a channel member, stay tuned. There's going to be more information coming out for a members only video. I've got the topic set up. I got to square away the date. I've tested the members only live stream using my StreamYard, so that worked. So getting there. It's getting there. Army Piper in the house. I appreciate you being here, and Thank you, Army Piper, for dropping everybody over here. I appreciate you very much. French Toaster, there he is. I know. I'm waiting to see Boston sucks. You'd be right. Anyway, so R.S. Miller, appreciate you. My goodness, everybody's here today. Melissa, we love Melissa. Good vibes from Melissa. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Just zipping real quick. I am way behind you guys as active today in this chat. I love it. And here we go. The Mod Queen is here now. Again, if you're a channel member, Mod Queen emojis. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yes, the graduation caps. Absolutely. Wick's wife in the house. Wick's wife. I don't know if you were here when I started talking about like my newsletter. I know you just signed up. Tell everybody if you like it, you don't like it. Hey, it's okay. I'm really starting to try and ramp it up right now. So links in the description again for everybody who is not already signed up. And I think I've got everybody here. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Dave Digital. You know he's lurking while he's in the gym. That's it. Get bumped, bro. Get bumped. Swole. All right. Appreciate you being here, Dave Digital. And again, Dave Digital, if you're not watching him 9 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday mornings, man, you are missing out. Dave P in the chat. And oh, yeah. See, Dave Digital's bringing it, Joe. He's bringing it. There it is. Yes, lurking out. There you go. Lurking out. I like it. I appreciate it. Yeah, smash up those likes. Appreciate that, everybody. Oh, my goodness. A lot of working and lurking going on in the stream today. Awesome. You guys are amazing. Gotta go mine fiat. Listen, Alexander G, appreciate you stopping by. I love everything you do. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. And have a great day at work. Appreciate you. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Oh, wait. Did I see somebody else? No. Here we go, Joe. I don't know. Listen, guys, we're going to raid Joe's stream right after we're done here, and you can drop all kinds of magnets in the chat because you know what? We know Joe likes the magnets. Just saying.
Love it.
Hey, Joe, you got your cup?
Oh, yes, I do.
All right. Well, I did do one without you, but now that you're here, we will do it official.
Cheers it up.
Cheers. All right. There it is.
Perfect
Get that coffee flowing.
Joe,
I couldn't sleep last night, and I half expected to see you up and in Telegram when I messaged you at like, I don't know, 2 o'clock this morning or something like that. But I was like, oh my God, he must be sleeping.
Yeah, I stayed up until like 1 because I was trying to give my group the safer call on Bitcoin. And I was updating them at 8 or 9, then 9:30-ish, and then 10. And then it's 11 o'clock. It's like, man, I still haven't got that safe entry. I was like, I'm just going to call it a night. So I went to bed, I think like around 1. And yeah, so sure enough, we got the setup and everything. So yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, no, I was asleep at that time.
Yeah, you definitely were. Like I said, because it came up and said, oh, like last seen, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours ago, whatever the hell it was. So I'm like, oh, damn, Joe must be definitely getting his beauty sleep. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
And Dave Digital saying we are going to find Alexandra G a full-time position in crypto, so she doesn't have to go and do that fiat mine anymore. I you know what, that would be great. Matter of fact, for a lot of the influencers and other people here in the crypto space, that would be amazing. But Alexandra G definitely for 100%, because yeah, she is everywhere as it is while still mining fiat, mind you. And yes, hashtag givers gain. Okay. Where are we? Get rid of that. Sorry about that. All right, let's kick this thing off. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin beforehand. You think I'd already kicked this off, right? We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin first. Joe's going to take a look at that Bitcoin chart. We're going to look at a few other things, including World Liberty Financial, because, oh my goodness, with these guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, some of the stuff that they got going on. Damn, I just anyway, and so on. So let's get to it. So here we go. Polymarket. You want to bet on Polymarket on some of these things that are there? I mean, Piper, you guys are coming over from Piper Academy. He looks in there all the time to see if we're going to get a rate cut, for example. And now you can use Bitcoin. You can use Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't know about you, Joe, but I'm surprised it took this long. I would have thought that would have been like a given from the setup. But
right.
I mean, I'm happy to see it. Don't misunderstand, but like I would have really thought that would have been how they started it out, or to be completely honest with you, with something like a privacy coin. To be honest,
especially a privacy coin, yeah,
exactly. Because look what happened. I mean, they were trying to. The U.S. was again lawfaring Polymarket for the longest time with the Biden administration. So like, man, that's all I'm saying. A privacy coin would have made sense, but okay, you got Bitcoin going on, so you're not having to send your fiat dollars, use your credit card, whatever. Okay, super duper. So again, happy to see it. Okay, one more piece of Bitcoin news, and now I've got to do a lot more deep diving into this one. It's something that you and I actually talked about, I want to say about 2 or 3 months ago. Not this particular one right here, but about I want to say it was in the EU that there was a company looking to do Bitcoin-based life insurance. And so when I saw this today being based here in the United States, I was like, well, damn, I got to talk about this because honestly, I thought then, and I continue to think now, that this is going to be kind of the wave of the future. I mean, my humble opinion. Anyway, so let me just read through this real quick. Again, this was put out, again, links to everything are in the description. This was put out by Anthony Pompliano. Again, he's definitely a Bitcoin maxi, so whatever. But the fact is, the name of this is Meanwhile Life. And again, go ahead, follow up on your own. Bitcoin denominated life insurance is going to be a big market in the future, and this team is pioneering many aspects of this vertical, because yes, it will be a life insurance vertical where you're going to be able to get premium payout, pay premiums in Bitcoin, and potentially payouts in Bitcoin as well. And again, he said he's not involved in this, and the owner, or not owner, the CEO is listed here. And again, links are in the description. Go ahead and check that out. I'm going to be doing a little bit more follow up on this. Honestly, I'm going to reach out to him and see if I can't get him on here, because this is super interesting to me. Yeah, exactly. It's super interesting to me. I'm going to reach out and see if we can't get him on a podcast. I think that would be great. Joe, what do you think? Again, I know we talked about this a few months ago, but now this is hitting the US. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, I'm kind of against like spending Bitcoin. I'm kind of against that. However, here it's kind of like an investment, because you're paying in Bitcoin, and then when it happens, you're not getting the fiat dollar that is not worth as much as it would have been, because you're thinking like 20 plus years, something happens. Here now you're getting Bitcoin, and when you get that Bitcoin, that hopefully will just go up in value versus the dollar. Then you get taxed and everything else, and I'm sure taxes will play into a part of receiving your Bitcoin and everything else. But yeah, I like it. I think that's the first thing. I think that's the first thing that I actually like spending Bitcoin. Out of everything that we talked about, is like, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll tell you what. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, I haven't had a chance to dig into this so very much. I started going through their website, and it was trying to force me into, hey, get a quote kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And which, whatever, I get it. That's the business model, right? But here's the thing. I want a lot more information first. I mean, is this a term policy, which would be less attractive to me? Is this a whole life policy? And quite frankly, in the traditional life insurance game, whole life to me has less placed in term in a lot of situations. But for this, that kind of makes a bit more sense to me. So because again, whole life gives you a cash value as well as a premium, a payout, death benefit kind of thing. Anyway, this isn't a life insurance thing, but again, I'm going to do a lot more research on that. So be aware that you may see more information coming, and God willing, I'll be able to have the CEO on here doing an interview. But that's what I had for the Bitcoin related news right now. So maybe we need to see how Bitcoin is hanging out, because we've had a bit of a dump there. So I don't know, Joe, you got that chart ready, and we'll jump on over to you. You can run the show, as they say.
Yes, definitely. So let me go ahead and put that on the screen. So give me just 1 second.
That's okay. Take your time. Take your time.
I'm over here just like, oh man, Bitcoin and this and that. Is like, oh yeah, let me share.
Yeah. Wait, I got to do something. Yeah. It's okay, folks. It's okay. And listen, while he's putting that up on the screen, don't forget, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe. Share this thing out, man. We're like Alexander G said earlier, man, we are seriously trying to grow. Appreciate all of you helping out with regard to that. All right, Joe, I see it. There it is. And let's get the disclaimer up on the screen, and the show is yours.
Awesome. So of course, not financial advice. This is just trading, just looking at charts, seeing what we see. Now, when the price was here, and of course I mentioned this on my show, I think I know for sure my VIP, but I think on the YouTube channel where people are calling for shorts here and it didn't happen. Well, they don't talk about it. Here they're calling for shorts. It didn't happen. They get stopped out. They're not talking about it. Here they're calling for shorts, and of course they're posting it on X and everything else, how much of a genius they are, and everything else. But just know that we have the higher chance of it coming down. Why? Well, because it's gone up. So this is one thing that I've been talking about for quite a while. Looking for a pullback, The higher we go, the greater chance of that pullback. And guess what? We are here now. So we have this pullback finally. And this is why I call it the tipple trade intuition power lines, which is just trend lines. But I got to try to sell you something, right? But these lines right here, very powerful. This is from the first cycle to the second cycle, wick to wick, body to body, and it gives us this range. And as long as we're in this range, we're bullish. And then, of course, as long as we're breaking above certain pivots, we're bullish. So we need both of those things. And it did happen finally here. We got a bounce. Then it came up, started doing this number. And, again, the reason we're expecting it to come down is because, well, it went pretty much straight up. If you go to a higher time frame, for example, a daily, you see straight up. This is not sustainable. It needs to retrace. So everybody freaks out when it pulls back. It's like, oh no, we're going to zero. No, we're going to 18,000. No, we need a retracement. I would like to see it retrace here to at least 119 to maybe 117. But right now we came down. We're looking for a bounce. Now on this bounce, I would really like to see, let's just zoom in. We were talking about this yesterday on my live stream, where the price was, I think, here. And I'm saying I would like to see it come up, and it went down a little further down, barely. But one thing that I would like to see is it go to the 382, possibly the 0.5, before it continues to, so it came down, comes up, then it does this, then it does this, then it does this, breaking this level, breaking this level. This is what I would like to see. That way, the more it retraces, the healthier it's going to be, because what it does, it resets all the indicators that everybody uses to trade. Well, the majority of traders use it to trade. And then hopefully we can get a bounce, whether the bounce, 117, 119, whether it's, in this area, which I would absolutely love, because in here we have different fair value gaps and order blocks and demand zones and everything, what people use. So this right here is what I would love to see. Now, if it goes a little bit further down, the lowest I want to see it is 116.4. That's the lowest I want to see it for it to bounce. Now, the lower it goes, and now I'm looking at this extension leg, and let's just go ahead and do that really quick. And we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. If you're enjoying this breakdown, put a 4 in the chat. If you're enjoying this breakdown, put a 4 in the chat. So what I would like to see is for it to pull back to at least the 382 for a nice healthy bounce, which would set us right around the 119.5, which corresponds with this trend line or our resistance support level from over here. Now, if it goes to the 0.5 level, again, this puts us at 117.4. So there's confluence or stuff that agrees with each other as far as my thought process goes. If we come down further, this is where I start getting worried, especially when it breaks the 618. Because now what it's doing, it's losing the strength, it's losing the momentum. It's so much easier to do something when you have the momentum behind it. You know, so if I can't think of an example right off the bat, but it's so much easier because here the thought process is going up. So we go up, we pull back here, nice transition to continue up. However, if we're coming up here and we come down, this is still a nice transition to go up. Now, if we go up and then we break the 0.5, well, now the weight just gets heavier. So you can still come up and then do this. But if you're doing this up, down, you break the 0.5 and let's say the 618, now it's just getting, you're getting deeper and deeper underwater to where the surface is really hard to get to get some air. And this leads us to potentially more downside. Now for the VIP group, we were talking about this. You know, I did a video here, did a video here, did a video here, thinking that we might go to sideways action. We ended up going sideways action. We broke above. This is the level that we needed to maintain, which is 122, 155, or 156. And we broke through it. So now for anybody who's looking at trading this coin, very risky because right now it's not looking strong. For me, in order to like trade this coin now, now we would need to break above. Let's do this, 123.070. 15-minute time frame needs to close above this. But now, and this is where everything ties into place. Now, because we're way up here now, well, this is where I'm looking for it to retrace. So let me go ahead and take this one off, put this one back on. Let's zoom into this. I would like to see it come down. So this is what I would like to see for the go to 382, 0.5. If it goes to the 618, which is good, but having it roll over is what I'm expecting. And then potentially as it rolls over, hopefully like we can get something like this where it starts coming up. And this is only if the buying pressure starts coming in. And even if we come up higher to the 618, when we pull back, maybe to the 382, and then come up. And these are just levels. These aren't percentages because I drew it from this way to this way. But this is also what I'm looking at. And anything can happen. So what I'm looking for is the break of a pivot either to the upside or to the downside. And right now I was trying to go for the upside before potentially the downside. And that's what this is. This is just a scout. This is not saying that, oh, we're going to go to a new all-time high. This is just in case we do. So that's what I got.
All right.
Not financial advice.
Yeah, right. As always, not financial advice. He gives that on his own show. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Appreciate you, Joe. Thanks, man. Appreciate you coming in and people agreeing with you. David saying, yeah, Joe knows. Joe does know, man. Joe's all about it. And he's going to look at a couple of other things, but let me jump into the chat real quick just to kind of. Redman is, I don't know if he's still here. I know he's working, so he might have left, but shout out to Redman, one, for being here, and two, because we're going to be using, he posted on X about the OneKey and about Conflux, and Joe's actually going to look at that chart a little bit later. I didn't even know anything about this, and I like a lot of the Web3 kind of interactive things, and especially when it comes to stuff with regard to OneKey, because that's something that Jar's been talking about quite a bit lately. I know he's different stream here, but he's been on a lot about the OneKey Classic in particular. So Appreciate that information. We're going to share that a little bit later on. And Redman saying that Billy Goat Tails put out a short about that this morning. Okay, well, there it is. And like I said, Joe's going to look at that chart a little bit later. So stick around for that. And Uncle Jesse going to get dinner. You go, man. Enjoy. Thank you for being here. And thank you for everything you do. See, it's funny because I thought I read something about that in the article that I'm going to talk about later. But I wasn't sure if that was actually a partnership, or if that was like a, we're working on it kind of thing. So thank you for dropping that alpha there, Redman. Appreciate that very much. Okay. We're going to move on. Like I said, we're going to talk about the OneKey. We're going to talk about Conflux. Again, Joe's going to look at those charts as we kind of get in on things. We're going to talk a little bit about the SEC's new innovation exemption. We're going to talk, what else? We're going to talk World Liberty Financial. Note the tenor in my voice when I mention them now. It's just like, but you got to mention it because guess what? They influence the space. They just do. So anyway, let's get on this. Now something else Joe and I talked about maybe 3 weeks ago. No, and I don't even think so. I think it was less than 2 weeks ago now that I think about it. Where we were talking about plans by the EU to basically say you can't hold more than X amount when it comes to stuff like stable coins, ETFs, all that kind of stuff. Well, now the Bank of England is saying we'll have exemptions for these, stable coin caps. We're going to read through this, or not the whole thing, but we're going to read a little bit through this real quick. And I think you'll see relatively quickly that this is for the average investor, you and I, retail person, still a nothing burger. But anyway, the Bank of England is preparing to allow exemptions to proposed limits on stablecoin holdings. That, according to this article, moves to signal a more flexible stance on digital assets as global competition intensifies. Okay, that may be true, but you're going to see in a minute that it's only for certain people that are able to get a more flexible stance. Bloomberg reported Tuesday that the UK's Bank of England plans to grant waivers to certain firms, such as crypto exchanges, that may need to hold large amount of stablecoins for liquidity and settlements. Why would they need a waiver? That should be just like, duh. I'm sorry, duh. But then again, whoever said that lawmakers were intelligent, and whoever said that bankers aren't trying to control the world. I don't know. Again, I'm going to get down a rabbit hole. Joe, save me from myself.
I can hear the machine. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, it's like, my God. And I don't even live in England, okay? You guys know I'm from the U.S. But it's like some of the stuff I see going on over there, and I talk to some people like on back channels and in Discord and Telegram and stuff like that, and it's just crazy. That's all I'm going to say. It's just crazy, some of the crap that is going on over there. When you think you got it bad, just think about how other people got it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. What was that, Joe? I'm sorry.
In reference to like having a cap on stable coins, why?
Yeah.
Like it's literally like you're trying to pick a fight when there's really like everything's going great. It's like, oh, I saw how you looked at her. Who? There's her. Oh, I didn't even see her. Oh, you're looking now.
Sure you did.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Like with these stable coins, is like why? What's the purpose? Like what they don't want is they don't want you taking out the money from maybe their system or their transactional system, because now you can have it in digital money where you can buy funds. Anybody who's like a digital merchant using crypto, using them instead of in their state. Like that's the only thing I can think of. But just, hey,
Oh, it's definitely about the control, Joe. You're right about that. And look what's going on over there with the whole digital ID thing. I mean, they're trying to ram that down everybody's throat. And guess what? This then just becomes a CBDC at that point.
Yep.
And
NBC
they control the limits. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. And BC has given a thumbs up to stable coins. And you know what? I get it for where we are in this time with an adoption level with regard to cryptocurrency. I see it. But the more of this type of stuff I see, the more I'm like, man, give me something that I control. I got the keys. I decide the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, the how. And you know what? I'd flip you off if this was crypto on the rocks, but I don't want to. And you're demonetized. Yeah, because it's just like, my God, man, my God, enough. Enough is enough is enough is enough is enough. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Dave P. Thank you. Wait, what's that? Joe said I was his favorite. And there it is.
There it is.
There it is. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let's whoops. Sorry about that. Let's keep moving on here. Maybe lower my blood pressure a little bit. Okay. So, little Casper in the house. Appreciate you. See you in the background there. Welcome. So here we go. Now, okay, here's the thing. I don't know that this is so much a truly big deal, but it was something I wanted to talk about because, when I was reading this, Joe was chiming in my head when he always says, but, I guess any news is good news with, getting crypto out there to the average person. So that's how I felt when I was reading this, Joe. You were in my head there, bud. But basically, Infinex is a beta testing a new Chrome browser. It's in beta test right now for a new Chrome browser extension that enables users to log in to the top 100 crypto sites using any old phone with fingerprint or face unlock. And again, I mean, do you need that? I don't know. Will it gain traction? I don't know. But like Joe said, it's getting crypto out there. It's hopefully helping with regard to adoption. I don't know, Joe. What do you think?
Yeah, same thing. Any news is good news, and the more and people are hearing about it more, and they're seeing it and they're feeling it. Especially at the grocery stores.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, man, everything's going up. Like even like car insurance or just, your rents, mortgage payment, everything is just, why is everything going up? But yeah. And so, I mean, see, and I'm so happy that we're in crypto right now. Everybody, it's already been around for a while. No, like you have no idea. Like another 10, 20 years, you'll still be early. Right now you're in a great position.
Yep. Facts. And I got to just say this. I know Joe has said it before, but and I think even I've said it before, but like if it wasn't for me being in crypto and going down the proverbial crypto rabbit hole, man, I'd probably be one of these people that had no clue. Right. And wondering like, why am I drowning right now? Yep. Like literally, why am I drowning? And it would make no sense.
Yeah. The thing that turned on the light bulb for me was some time ago when Powell said, we need the unemployment rate to go up.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, what? Did he just why? Like unemployment, that means people don't have a job. Why? And then, so now I'm going down that rabbit hole. And of course I'm listening to Piper and now it's kind of making more sense.
Yeah. Piper does a good job.
More. And I was like, oh snap. Like the government, I was like, no, man, that's not good. So, and that's why crypto it's literally the only way. And now I sound like one of those foil hat people. It's like, oh, the government and this and that, blah, blah. But now it's making more sense to me.
Listen, those foil hat people are the ones who've been right this whole time.
Yep.
Poof, mic drop. That's just the fact. That's just a fact. And Wick's wife's right. Yeah, she's spouting facts right here. It's yeah, we are just at the beginning. Just at the beginning. Appreciate everybody being here. And listen, what Joe said about Army Piper, I don't even know if he's still here in the chat or not. But most of the people right now in the chat came over from Piper Academy. So if you're watching this on replay and you are not a part of Piper Academy, link is in the description of this video. Go do yourself a favor, get a membership over at Piper Academy, $5 a month. That's it, $5. And you get access to his dynamic DCA. You get access to all of the information inside of the Discord, the trading, BC Port Corp, well, what he puts out with regard to stocks and crypto. I mean, you got JR dropping charts in there all the time. I mean, it's endless. It's endless amounts of information for literally $5 a month.
Yep. And two things.
Get all the cool emojis on his YouTube channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Two things. One, and I was going to mention this earlier too, in reference to like you need a community. You really do. You need a community because there's sometimes you're like, man, like I just keep on losing and losing. Like, what's wrong with me? You know, like, but the other people in there is like, hey, yeah, don't worry, man. I lost 2. Just, you know, risk management, blah, blah. So they kind of pick you up. So community is very important. And then something that Billy Gotells or Crypto Billy says, pay yourself first.
Amen.
You know, let's say you don't have $5 at the end of the month to do Piper Academy. Well, guess what? Pay yourself first. That's the first thing you do, because what that's going to do is you're investing in yourself. You're putting yourself in the place to get educated from. There's a vast variety of very talented people in there.
Yes.
$5. And so now that just means that one day you don't get that latte. One day you don't get that, you know, breakfast meal or breakfast whatever. Just one day. And you have a whole month of stuff. So yeah, if you're not in there, $5, man. Now I can understand if it was $100, that's something different, but it's $5. So,
yeah. And and this is restructured. I mean, he basically was charging separately for like a premium service to get all that information in Discord, and poof, he rearranged that. And now it's just the $5 for YouTube, and you're in. And thank you to Wick's wife for dropping the link for those who are live in the chat. Appreciate that. Again, I think most people that are here probably already part of Piper Academy, and appreciate you for being there. I'm there. So there it is. And Dave P, yeah, with the bingos and the bangos, baby. Yeah, Joe dropping truth bombs all the time, man. All the time. It's about family in the Vin Diesel voice. Yeah, I like that. Exactly, Toaster. Exactly. All right, let's keep going on here, because don't forget, in about 20 minutes or so, we're going to be heading over to Joe's stream. He's still going to look at a couple more charts, by the way, but we're going to just forward you on over. So if you're on YouTube, just sit tight, and we're going to send you over there. All right. But for now, here we go. Now, I know with the government shutdown, there is nothing really going on with regard to much. Let's rephrase that. Much going on with regard to the SEC, like the stuff with regard to all these S1s, which is the paperwork that these companies file for their ETFs or ETPs, whatever is the actual acronym, I guess. But anyway, I did want to highlight this because Canary Capital basically did do an update with regard to, and this is the takeaway, I guess, from this entire article here. I won't read through this too much. I'll just give you the 411. You can go read it on your own, link in the description. But basically, they recently made some changes, some updates to their Litecoin ETF filing and their HBAR ETF filing. You know what? I think the HBAR ETF is going to be one of those surprise ETFs. My opinion, not financial advice, old guy, what the hell do I know? But I don't know. I've been following HBAR for a long time, and I'll tell you what, you're looking to do TradFi to DeFi to get people that are in the traditional spaces coming on into this space, I think HBAR might be part of that bridge, man. I really do. You know, I probably should ask Joe to look at HBAR, but you know what? Head over to his stream and then ask him for that when you get there, because he loves taking extra charts, man. Yeah, I really think that's going to be one of those sleeper ETFs, maybe, if you want to call it that, with regard to this. But the long and short of that whole thing was they've recently done some filings, but because of the government shutdown, that's kind of on hold. But they're in a, as they put it, as you saw in the title there, a ready to go position. They're ready to hit the ground running, as they say. So there you go. And yeah, all right. I see Toaster agrees. There you go. There you go. All right, let's keep moving on here. Speaking of the SEC, this dropped, and I'm going to read. I've got an article pulled up, and we're going to read through a lot of that just so you can kind of get the 411 as a whole. But this is the new chair of the SEC, Paul Atkins, and basically, oops, Jesus, sorry about that, guys. He talked about an innovation exemption by late 2025 or early 2026, and obviously the goal is to boost the growth of digital asset development and companies here in the U.S. Versus what we've had with regard to the Biden administration, with all the regulation through enforcement actions that force people outside of the U.S. And now we're playing catch up here for those who live in the United States, and this is meant to curb that and entice people to kind of come on back. This is the article, and I know it might look a little strange on your screen because this is set primarily to mobile. I tried to open it up and that just made a mess, so we're going to just keep it like this. SEC to formalize innovation exemptions, and here's why it matters. And it gives you the brief, but I want to read through this a little bit. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission preparing to codify an innovation exemption that could give crypto and fintech startups room to operate under formal regulatory supervision. That's what they want. Let's be honest. If these companies that are trying to set up in the U.S., they need to know, what can I do? What can I not do? And to have that kind of regulation then helps them being able to grow, get the funding they need, whatever it happens to be. So, I mean, you'd think that'd be common sense, but yeah, not so much. And as he rolled this out, he recounted how that for the crypto industry had faced 4 years at least, as he put it, of repression. I like that word. Facts. That has resulted to pushing things abroad. And we've seen it. We talked about it. Hell, Joe and I talked about it here on these Crypto Market Mondays and midweek check-ins. These companies were fleeing the U.S. like it was going out of style because of all this enforcement crap. Anyway, okay, sorry. I want to get to this part. So right here, a copy of the proceedings from the Futures and Derivatives Law Report, which is where this got all kind of rolled out. Yeah, I'm not going to go that. They're very wordy, but the information here is pretty good. Anyway, it's expected by the year end to move and this move marks the agency's most direct effort to replace the ad hoc enforcement with defined frameworks. And we've seen them doing that with regard to this whole ETF thing and the staking in ETFs. For experimental financial technologies, which include new developments in applications for cryptocurrencies, blockchains, and other decentralized finance verticals. Now, there's actually a lot more information here in this article, but again, in about 15 minutes, we're heading over to Joe's live stream. My goodness, time is flying today, Joe, and we haven't even gotten really off track too much. So we're going to keep moving on. And again, link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. All right. Now to the, they can change the change in the voice. Okay, so Trump token issuer Fight 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 LLC plans to raise at least $200 million to create a digital asset treasury company accumulating the Trump token. It's like the snake eating its tail. Just saying. Just saying. My opinion. I don't really like the whole Trump token thing. So I guess there's a bias there. But I don't know, Joe. Anything you want to, before we go on to the World Liberty financial information, anything you want to say with regard to this?
Couldn't you make money? Yes, definitely. But too many insiders. I don't like how it's structured. Anything Trump touches, there are insiders. So, not financial advice, but I won't touch anything that he does.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you call out, I guess, if you are just numb to people manipulating the system, then this is like a nothing burger to you, the level of manipulation that appears to be going on here. But like, man, I don't like it when Congress is doing it, trading stocks. I don't like it when they're using their influence on committees to be, making themselves all kinds of money. It's just wrong on so many different levels. So why should this be any different? Because, MAGA. And I'm sorry. That what is going on here, my humble opinion, wrong. Just saying. Okay. To that end, let's go to World Liberty Financial. Here we go. They're basic. Now we've seen, and again, Joe and I have reported on it, a lot of different things coming out of the World Liberty Financial realm here. But now the latest thing here is they're buying $5 billion worth of altcoins to establish a new treasury with a NASDAQ listed, and they call it here ALT5, so Alt 5. And you can see the logo right there. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's basically them picking winners, losers, at the very least, in my humble opinion. That's what they're doing. Anything else you want to add on to this, Joe, before I have to take some medication?
No, I think you got it.
All right. Then let's move on to the shout out from Redman. Again, for putting this information out. Now, I know this screen is a little bit busy, so I'm sorry, but there was no way for me to like clear these ads out of here, so I apologize. But let's try and get through this a little bit. OneKey partners with the Conflux Network to expand Web3 adoption. And right here, OneKey, a prominent crypto wallet firm, which again, if you follow Crypto Jar, he's been doing a lot of info and updates with regard to OneKey Classic. Link in the description. Go ahead, check that out, including to his latest video on that. The main purpose of the partnership is to merge the expertise of OneKey regarding this digital asset security and the regulatory compliant infrastructure of Conflux Network. And they made an official announcement. If you go here, the link is there where you can go ahead and check that out. This is the X post with regard to that. But basically, just to kind of go through a little bit of the announcement, and then we're going to have Joe take a look at the chart for Conflux in a minute. In this partnership, OneKey intends to combine its digital asset security expertise with the compliant blockchain framework of Conflux. Their network has steadily gained a notable position in the wide-scale adoption regionally and worldwide. Additionally, it has carried out diverse collaborations with popular brands like McDonald's. And now that's why when Redman put that in the chat, it sounded like this was a kind of in progress thing to me, was the way I read that. But obviously, maybe it's a done deal at this point. Anyway, the respective partnerships indicate their impact across telecommunications, social media, consumer goods, and finance. Again, it's something that if you are even remotely familiar with Web3, you know that a lot of these companies are like, and when I say companies, I'm talking places like brick and mortar companies like McDonald's are trying to get into that space because they see the future of that space, and they want to get their flag planted, work the bugs out, if you would, and have a lot of what they currently use. Like, you go to the McDonald's app, they have like I think I don't know, I don't use it, my kids sometimes use it. It's like a loyalty program or point program or something like that. Anyway, to take those kind of programs and move them into Web3, where it's a lot more interactive, you can do things on a digital level, earn digital rewards, potentially even McDonald's tokens to use McDonald's, that kind of thing. So the future for that, in my opinion, double thumbs. And I love the fact that OneKey is being a part of that, because again, these kind of Web3 applications require you to have a cryptocurrency wallet. So, man, OneKey on the front line of that, if you ask me. So, Joe, you got that chart ready? We'll take a quick look at that if you're ready.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. There it is. All right, perfect. It's all you, bud.
All right, cool. So this is Conflux. This is CFX. This is something we've kind of been looking at. We did have a really nice pump starting July 2025. We broke this level, and this is why it's really important to treat each level for what it is. And you can look at patterns, you can look at everything else, but the main thing is this neckline or this resistance level. We broke it, and as soon as we broke it, this was just crazy, whether it's news or just somebody pumping it. It just shot up straight to the moon. Pulled back, which is good. I had another run up, and now in order for this to be sustainable, we needed like this area for the bounce. I did come down here a little bit lower than I would have liked. Right here would have been good. Then we started breaking levels to the downside. Now that we're here, let's go ahead and delete all this. What I would like to see, let's go from the very bottom to the very top. It actually went lower than I would like to see, but I would have loved to have seen it come to the 0.5, hang out here, and then start breaking this level. So it did come down into the golden pocket, which is good, 0.5618. And what I would, for me personally, this one, it's a little, it's so, but we also have to take into the account of the segment of the market we're in. Right now, I do think that we're going to start seeing these alts take off because people are going to take out their money from their Bitcoin profits and put them into the alts. So here, I'd be kind of leery on entering just because, well, it could continue coming down, maybe all the way down here to the 786, which would be roughly 0.10694. However, because we're so close to the all these coins moving, this might pull back a little bit more before potentially going up. For me, I would really wait. And again, none of this is financial advice, but I would wait for the daily candle. Well, since this one can move, I'd say maybe like a 4-hour candle for it to break above 0.15042. And the candle has to close above this level that we just mentioned in order for us to enter the trade. But to me, I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look bearish in a sense. Like if it were to look bearish, it would have had to done a move where it comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down, and starts doing this. And now what it's doing, it's losing its strength, it's losing its momentum to where there's a really good chance now it's going to come down. Because all of this was really strong support, it now becomes really strong resistance, and now we're trying to fight to come up. So this doesn't look too bad. This is an area that I would be a little concerned about. But once again, since we're in that segment of everything's going to kind of go up, in my opinion, just depending on which coin it is, this one, it won't be that much of a concern. But to me, I like it. Looks good. It's kind of a riskier play right now, entering on this 4-hour candle close. What I would prefer to see is something like this, where it comes up, comes down, comes up, breaks this level. Because now what it did is we have level 1 here, we have level 2, and then now you can enter. Because more than likely what's going to happen is going to come up here to this, come down. Again, we don't know. Come up here, and then now it's in this zone. And then once it breaks out of this zone, more than likely everything is, I call it the genius phase, where all these mentors are going to be saying, oh, look, I told you 7 years ago when we were looking at this coin, and now it's up. Oh, thanks, man. But yeah, so once we break out of this zone, there's a really good chance that this could potentially just go to the moon. But it's once we get into the zone and then out. Could you enter right now? Sure. Just higher risk. Every level you break is just greater. For more information, definitely check out my channel. We do that every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. We go over the who, what, where, when, why when it comes to trading, especially the why. I love explaining the whys. But yeah, for me personally, I like it. It doesn't look incredibly bearish. And because we're in this portion of the segment of the market, I think right now it's kind of risky. But if I had, if I like this coin, there's no issue with me entering. And then maybe have a lower entry around 0.11, just in case.
Yep. I appreciate that, Joe. Thanks. And hopefully you guys appreciate that. Matter of fact, if you do, put a 1 in the chat and let the man know that you appreciate that kind of outlook. And he's going to, I don't know. We're going to try to get Joe to take a look at the gold chart real quick, but we're like just minutes away from heading over to his live stream. So, man, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to let him do that on his own stream here. But I wanted to take a quick look at the chat and highlight a couple of comments. And Redman, again, a shout out to you for getting that information out there. I appreciate that. And yeah, like Redman said here, OneKey is there for security. Well, yeah, OneKey is great. Again, links to a lot of the videos that Jar has done are in the description. Go check that out. Matter of fact, in that latest video, he talked about the OneKey Classic being much more than just the wallet, also a 2FA device built in there. So if you're not already using OneKey, it might be, listen, I'm a tangent kind of guy, but you got to recognize when there is another, I'm sorry, OneKey. Yeah. I'd consider OneKey. I really would. So, and again, just for the purposes of understanding the Web3 thing, you got to realize again that you need a Web3 enabled wallet in order to access these properties. It's just the way it is. So much like, again, right now, the popular one is MetaMask, right? So you use MetaMask to access these Web3 properties. And excuse me. Sorry, guys. Man. Anyway, so wait, what was the last thing I wanted to highlight? Oh, yeah, right here. Steve Hickey, welcome back. Appreciate you being back. And see, like he said, he got the like smashed. Smash that like. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Yes, 1's in the chat. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, one more thing to talk about, and that is gold, as BC Pork Corp likes to say. I love gold. Well, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that gold has crossed over 4K for the first time in history. And it is basically, as far as I'm aware, I know right after it went over that 4K, it did a little dipping in that 39, back down a little bit. But pretty much it's been over that 4K pretty consistently, as far as I'm aware. So, Joe, you got enough time to take a look at that chart real quick, or do you want to do it on your stream?
Yeah, definitely. Let's look at gold.
All right. Oh, wait. I got to do this first to do that. There we go. All right. Go ahead, Joe.
Gold is on a tear. Good Lord. So here, this was our level that we needed to break, which was 19. Let me go ahead and adjust this setting so you can actually see the numbers. Go to font. Let's go 28. There we go. So for here, this was the level, and this is why it's really important, level by level. Here we long, if it breaks this, here, we could potentially short to maybe here. to see for a bounce. But if we would have shorted, we would have been stopped out, which is no biggie. It's going to go up or down, just depending on what the market and the government and the economy is really doing. But here, we did break this. And then, of course, man, it has literally been up and up only since October 2023. We are looking at 2 years of just nothing but ups. It was
Peter Schiff is happy.
Oh, yeah. It's been, so long. Do I think we will ever see a $2,000 gold? No. We missed our chance. However, we could potentially never see a $4,000 gold in 2 years from now. So we never know what's going to happen, but we can see that it's pretty much been up, and then of course, depending on how much it goes up, depends on when it comes down. Yep. And then here, man, the lowest part was in 2021, 24 years ago. Good Lord. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Sometimes, because I'm on these charts all day, sometimes it gets depressing. It's like, oh man, granted I was just, just barely working or whatever. I barely had any money. But if I would have just put $200 into gold here, I would have a whole bunch up here. But anyway, so back to gold right now, it's just breaking all levels. We just looked at it over here. And since we've looked at it, I think it's gone up like 6% these past just few days. Right now, it's gone up another almost 2% since yesterday? Or no, Monday? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do I think Do I think that we're gonna get a pullback? Yes. Do I think it's gonna be a massive pullback to where we go down to the 50% mark of this run up? I seriously doubt it. Possibly the 23% mark, maybe even 12%. I could see 12%, which would be right around 37.56 at the current moment. Pulling back 23% or 23.6% would be roughly around 34.80. I think this would be a steal. If it comes down any lower, then just heck, I personally would do this. Now, here's the question for everybody: would you? Let's just say you had an extra $10,000. You're cleaning your living room and
you're taking out the couch cushions.
Like, oh, yeah. It was like, oh, I just found 2 gold coins and $10,000. So would you $10,000? Would you put that in? And you have to do one or the other. You can't do both. Would you buy gold or would you buy Bitcoin? For me personally, I would buy Bitcoin. Even though I know we're going to be in the bear market really soon, even though I know it's going to come down, I would still buy Bitcoin because the chance of, both of them coming down and then going up when they go up, I feel that, or I think that Bitcoin will outperform gold. Now, if I had the option to do both, I'd do $5,000 here, $5,000 here. But if I could only pick one, for me personally, it'd be Bitcoin. Let me know in the chat, guys. What would you do?
Yeah, and Dave's agreeing with you. Yeah, Bitcoin, but if you got the two choices, yep. Joe, I know we held you over time, man. It's like you're late for your stream. How about you go do what you got to do, and we'll see you there in a few minutes. I'll wrap things up here.
Yeah, definitely. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. I absolutely love the crypto family that we have. Great community. I'm just super excited just to be here, and I love hanging out with Keith. CCM, Mondays and Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we do the Crypto on the Rocks Friday at 7, and that's where we kind of just relax. All the business type stuff or whatever, we talk about it a little bit, but mainly it's just topic off a topic, just changes depending on the chat. So thank you guys for showing up every single day. We really greatly appreciate you. And if you're on X, come on over to YouTube. We're going to be forwarded to my channel where we talk about Bitcoin, the market, your coins. We talk about setups. We talk about the thought process when it comes to maybe we should kind of hold off, or if everybody's super crazy bullish, maybe we don't need to be as bullish. Always have plan A, plan B. And with that, I must say I need to go to my channel. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.
Computer. All right. We'll see you in a few minutes, Joe.
All right. Take care.
Man, I'll tell you what, appreciate Joe. And you saw already this morning when he wasn't initially here, he has coming into the stream gives his computer like major hiccups. So I appreciate Joe. I really do. And let's see, RS Miller saying he is back. Welcome back. Appreciate you. And yeah, I know I put this up on the screen earlier, but it's just kind of funny because I said it and then boom, there it is. He loves him some gold. And yes, it looks like Bitcoin is the winner in a lot of this. Oh, saying you already sold your gold. All right, there it is. And yes, RS Miller saying silver is next. Listen, silver's been pushing up on that $50 mark. It's going to get there, man. It's obviously going to get there. And like they were talking about on Piper Academy this morning, for those of you that came over from Piper Academy, that Piper was postulating, okay, so when people think that gold is topped, are they going to take that money out and they're going to move it over into silver? Maybe. And when that happens, yeah, pump, and more pump going on, I think, with regard to that. And BC saying right now I would buy gold at 18 months. I'd buy BTC and say, okay, there you go. Listen, appreciate the varying opinions because you got to do what's best for you. And you got to remember also, it's you got to look at what your investing style is, what your risk profile is. What is your timeline, man? What's your timeline? Okay. So let's wrap this thing up. We're going to go raid Joe's live stream and make sure when you get there, you know the drill, CCM raid when we get there. But let me give you a couple of quick updates just to get you squared away what's going on here for the rest of, let's say, the next week or so. So tomorrow, Friday night, like Joe was mentioning, Crypto on the Rocks, the On the Road Again episode, because this weekend I'm heading off to the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference in New Hampshire. So we're going to be sending me off, hopefully not drunk, to that conference this weekend. I'm looking very much forward to that. So that's what's going on with me basically from Friday through to Sunday. This coming Monday, holiday here in the United States. And honestly, because of the conference, I wanted to kind of give myself a little bit of wiggle room to do whatever I needed to do with video and to relax or not have to rush with traveling, that kind of thing. So there'll be no Crypto Market Monday with Joe and I this coming Monday, and no Hodl the Line on Monday night with myself, BC, and Crypto Bedell. But when we come back on Hodl the Line, guess what? We're going to have Jimmy Jim from Billy Goat Tales as our special guest. We're going to be talking crypto security, and you're not going to want to miss that. We got some good questions for him, and bring your questions because you will be able to ask him some questions live. And yeah, I think it's going to be good. We all need a look. I don't know. My opinion, we all need to up our security game a little bit. My 2 cents. Okay. And that's going to pretty much be that. I appreciate everybody being here today. I appreciate everybody's patience and all the interactions in the comments. Much appreciated. We are going to head over to Joe's stream, like I said, and we are going to raid that stream. So when we get there, you know the drill. CCM raid in the chat, and I will see you there. Take care, everybody.